Okay, so I got my P-trap out. Took the hoses off because I need to get access to the lock nut. And there's no way to get this tool on there because the gap is too small. So I'm just gonna take the sink off, flip it over, break that off, and then install the new drain. Because that's the only thing, is that this has become stuck. I think my mom wants to keep this. My only problem is this is too loose, even, so I'll have to install that with a regular set of pliers. But I don't see anything holding this sink to the wall. There was no bolts. I don't see a mounting bracket. So can I just cut the grout or the sealant and it'll come free? I don't want to rip something out of the wall, but I've tried reaching in there with a tool and I don't see anything. Yeah, I have no idea where it's being held on by. So those idiots from the remodeling company did not use any kind of hardware to fasten it to the wall. They just glued it to the drywall. So of course it ripped out a huge chunk, even though I tried to cut as best as I could behind it. Just the most incredibly incompetent job I've ever seen. And so of course it damaged the wall pretty significantly. So I'm gonna have to get a multi-tool, replace the drywall, and I'm sure that behind there's no mounting board, so I'll cut this out, notch the 2x4s, and then put in a mounting plate of wood, obviously, and then reinstall after fixing the drywall up. I gotta get some paint to match this. Also, this tool from Home Depot is just incredibly useless, so I'm gonna have to return that. So we're replacing this old one with this lovely one. Nice and fresh. And a better size lock ring, which also doesn't fit in the wrench. Delicious. Oh no. So, I had an idea at Home Depot when they told me that I could only buy the paint in a gallon. They won't sell it in sample or quarts, and it would be about $85 before tax. I'm thinking, if I mount the sink, measure, I think these are the hardware holes that they drilled and then decided, for whatever reason, not to use and to just glue it. But I'm thinking, if I just cut the strip right along the base, just inside of where the actual sealant was, I can probably fit a 2x4 in there to mount it. And then I could just place this piece back in, tape it, and then that way I won't need to do any paint. Unfortunately, this did come loose when I pulled the sink off, even though I tried to cut it as best as I could. But yeah, the glue was just hanging on so strong. So we'll see. That's what I'm gonna try first. I mean, if I'm gonna end up replacing the whole patch, it won't matter if I just cut a little piece out of the middle. But if I can do it without having to do any paint work, that would be optimal. So we will find out. But I'm not sure about this right here, obviously. It's not too optimal. But the way the sink is, you would have to literally like bend down to see it. And I'm sure my mom won't care for the time being, because I don't think she'll ever remodel this bathroom. I have my handyman here. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I went ahead and marked the shape I want to cut. marked my blade so that I know not to cut any deeper than that, depending on which angle I'm at, so I don't hit anything behind the wall. Obviously, it's not going to be the prettiest thing, but I'm hoping that this will prevent me from having to paint. Maybe I should put on a mask. Okay, so I'll put a block here, and then I'll figure out something for this right side. Obviously this pipe isn't optimal. Pick the cleanest one, pull it out, give it a cut. It's pretty good. It's not kosher, but should hold well enough. Hello, handyman. Are you ready to finish? You can boop. Sit. So before I left, I did a lovely, obviously, job on the sealant. Trying to fill up these unnecessary holes as possible. Didn't even say online what brand it was. That was Bed Bath & Beyond. It was pretty cheap. Hopefully it doesn't look like that because that's not what I ordered. Okay, cool. That is what I ordered. Looks pretty elegant. Hopefully the chrome won't work. It's got a good weight to it. Doesn't feel too chintzy. Not too bad. Should be a cool design. Alright, let's throw her on the sink. I'm gonna clean out the sink first, actually. Bath Select had this faucet that I really liked the design of, but it was $350, and it would take 5 to 10 days to ship, which wasn't viable for me. Here's the product on Bed Bath & Beyond. You can always get some kind of discount, either the email for 20%, or sometimes they've got these anniversary sales for 25. Just make sure you check the finish. This one says brushed nickel. It doesn't show chrome. I'm not sure why. It might just be a typo, so maybe call or email before you order. But because I was curious, I went on to a desktop to see if maybe it would show the option. However, the exact product page I ordered from says it's out of stock, and it also still says brushed. Obviously, mine was not brushed. So it might just be a site error. But just be sure you check. Also, what maniac made this stock photo with the towel soaking in the sink in these holes here? I didn't notice that you can still see kind of. I'm not really sure if that'll ever come off, but the rest came out very nice. All right, get the faucet in, give it a try.
Let me help with what? Can I hold it while you hook up the hoses or anything?
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty freaking nice.
Yeah.
I like the look of that. That's neat. Okay, so that's. Ha. You will not defeat me. thing has great pressure. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, I think it's even better than the Kraus.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice choice. Excellent.
Yeah, no problem.
On many levels.
Yeah, I'm just glad I saw it because I was like, that's the exact same one we saw for $400.
Yeah.
At least the same.
Yeah.
It says, and the brand is on the box right there. It's called like, oh, it's in the garage actually. I don't know. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah.
The reason it all started. Yes, the original pop-up drain had gotten stuck. It was going to be a simple replacement, and then getting the sink off the wall was a bitch. It turned out it was just epoxied. There was no mounting bracket behind, so on and so forth. 2 hours turns into 12 hours, but I probably saved my mom about $450, depending on how much the plumber would have tried to take advantage of her. The what? I'll fix it. Let me see if it closes it. Oh. Thank goodness that didn't turn into an overly complicated project. Thank you for all your help. Excellent work. Couldn't have done it without you. Sit. No. Sit. Excellent. Yes. Number 1 apprentice. Number 1. All right, clean all this shit up, yeah? Help him out, Tommy. I'm using these for the mount. Done. I'm not going to seal it up today. I'm going to give it a week or so. I mean, this feels pretty nice, but I'm going to make sure it doesn't leak from here or honestly anywhere else. And hopefully nothing happens and I can seal it up and call it done for good.